Blog Talk Radio.
Mastermind of Nodis. Yep. Schizo of murder.
I'm in here, baby.
What up, my nigga?
You up there look like it's going down.
Yeah, it's going down.
Okay.
Oh, it's going down for sure.
Tell us.
It's about 100 miles from Detroit to Kalamazoo, my nigga. Fuck it. We clicking up, man. Anybody need questions to their answers, send them my way. I got you, my nigga. Don't worry about shit. They fuck with you, they fuck with me. Somebody about to get hit. Stay in your lane, motherfucker. Watch how you swerve. Playing the game of death, somebody about to get hurt. I got you, my nigga. Don't worry about shit. They fuck with you, they fuck with me. Somebody about to get hit. Stay in your lane, motherfucker. Watch how you swerve. Playing the game of death, somebody about to get hurt. Mr. N-A-T-A-S, here to make you recollect in case you forget. I gotta keep shit on deck, keep it up to your neck. Watch how these motherfuckers scared. Addicted to what I do, fiending for what I do next. I'm God like I might walk water. Shit might get out of order. Flip a quarter, I'm the spoiler. Duck from the thunderbolts coming towards ya. Shit hot as the ghetto in the dead of summer. A scorcher, melt the skin off your body, melt it down to a liquid. Now who you fucking with or talking down on like a critic? Don't make me get wicked and flip out. Let the horn stick out. Put the fear of Satan in your soul and watch you bitch out. Running high, be running wild. Animal kingdom, media with a premonition of things to come. I see it now, I smell the hate percolating. Any problem come your way, my nigga, I'm the first retaliating. I got you, my nigga. Don't worry about shit. They fuck with you, they fuck with me. Somebody about to get hit. Stay in your lane, motherfucker. Watch how you swerve. Playing the game of death, somebody about to get hurt. I got you, my nigga. Don't worry about shit. They fuck with you, they fuck with me. Somebody about to get hit. Stay in your lane, motherfucker. Watch how you swerve. Playing the game of death, somebody about to get hurt. This is one hell of a crucifixion. Life is full of addiction. Conflict with my convictions, leaving another innocent victim. I'm losing my religion. There's no way I'll be forgiven. They come to claim my spirit. Serious, take me with them. How could they feel like the energy in me? Killing the enemy, never been friendly me. Shoot them like Kennedy after the Hennessy. Infinity after infinity. Top of the chimney, watching them fall. On buck fight in the middle of a brawl. Fuck on my grind. Except productions will mastermind. We killing them all. Project All-Star, all of a long-star. Cock back, aim and blow your mind. Don't believe in time when I run this race. My pace is set at overtime. Block my shine, I top my nine. He can't say it's about damn time. Light up the heads, cause I'm finna get blazed. But they might go chip and change your mind. Pop them shells, it's hot as hell. Please do tell how I rebel. Wanna see me in the cell. Hit PE and 9 inch nails, I'm high as hell. In my head is all these thoughts, I could be dead. Covered in red, I heard the voice from the sky. It looks down on me and said, I got you, my nigga. Don't worry about shit. They fuck with you, they fuck with me. Somebody about to get hit. Stay in your lane, motherfucker. Watch how you swerve. Playing the game of death, somebody about to get hurt. I got you, my nigga. Don't worry about shit. They fuck with you, they fuck with me. Somebody about to get hit. Stay in your lane, motherfucker. Watch how you swerve. Playing the game of death, somebody about to get hurt.
What up, though? Squeal here. I don't want Dominic on the line.
What's up, everyone?
What up, though?
Sorry sorry about my voice. I am sick with a strep throat. So, fuck. I hate being sick. But, yeah, we should be having AJ Jordan calling in any moment now.
What up, though?
What up?
What's up, AJ?
What's good, fellas? How you doing?
Doing good. Kind of sleepy. Almost forgot about the show.
Yeah, I heard one of you guys was sick or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tired. I'm sick. We're still gonna do the show.
That's what's up.
Fuck it.
I gotta go to the studio in like a half an hour, 45 minutes. So, just letting you guys know, don't send me that strep throat through the phone, please.
I'll try not to. I'll try not to.
What's up, though?
Nothing much.
You got any like new album or anything coming out soon?
Yeah, I'm working on. I put out an album last year, around 420, and we're working on a dubstep remix CD of that. So I'm just working on that now with my producer Technodo out there, Technado, however you pronounce it. We've been working on that for months. You know, it's kind of like broadening into a new field, something that I ain't really done before. So that's what we're working on now, and some HD music videos and stuff like that, just trying to step it up a notch.
Yeah, like I have one of your songs on my email that you sent me, the dubstep version of The Sun Don't Shine, and when I heard it, I'm like, holy crap, it fits the song perfectly. He mixed it perfectly.
It's definitely a step forward from, you know, previous releases that we've put out. I put out, like, I don't know, a couple music videos in, like, a haunted house. I'm actually the first rapper/musician or whatever to film a music video inside a haunted house in New York State. I don't even know if that's any kind of bragging rights at all, you know, but it's cool to, you know, have been able to do that. So I did, like, 3 music videos in there, and we put them out, like, back-to-back consecutively, and you know, I did it all myself. I filmed everything, directed everything, and we had a whole gang of zombies with Terra Technologies. We do this Zombies for Charity thing. We could get into that later, but you know, we just filmed all these videos and just kind of put them out. We didn't have, like, you know, equipment or HD capabilities or the resources or the know-how. So now I'm actually, like, hiring some people and looking into that.
Yeah, like, yeah, even though that the music videos are, like, done in a fashion, they fit the songs perfectly. Like I don't see any complaints in them. Like I know some people that when they shoot music videos, they have no idea what they're doing. But when you, it's like when you do it, it's perfectly great. It fits the song perfectly. It adds the feel to the song.
I just have, like, a lot of people tell me I have, like, an artistic eye all the way around. You know, I'm kind of real worldly when it comes to that, and I just wanted to, you know, try my shot at directing something, and, you know, I don't know, we might step it up. I'm still working on it, and I got a dude that has a camera and everything, so basically it'll still be directed by me, but I'm going to have somebody else working on all the editing and all that with a better computer. I'm working on, like, an old piece of crap, you know, Windows 98, or not Windows XP computer and all that stuff, you know, so.
Well, everything from the 90s does kick ass, so just throw that out there.
80s kid, 90s kid, you know, that's when I grew up in that area, so.
I still have an NES in my room. Like, come on, Lucas has a PS2 in his room. I have an NES in my room. We are still stuck in the 80s and 90s here.
Yeah.
And O's, and, like,
No, Dominic, get it straight. I have a VHS tape player.
Okay, mister. I could go back all the way.
PlayStation 2.
Oh, wait, so you got the new Xbox One in your room?
I heard them as well.
Yeah, I just made fun of the Xbox One because the thing looks like a fucking VCR.
It does.
My God, swear to God. We're getting off topic here. Oh, my God. Yeah.
All right.
So the main question
I got a question for you.
I got a question for you, man. We ask this on every show whenever we have artists on. Have you ever had a big psychedelic experience? If so, what was it on?
Oh, God. I used to experiment with a lot of stuff back in the day. I don't really condone that anymore. I'm kind of an older guy now, but, yeah, dude, I've opened my mind to some crazy experiences back in the day. I used to trip on cough medicine all the time. I'm not going to mention what they are. The nickname for them was Triple C's, and I'd do like a bunch of pills and just go all off the wall, ape shit. I lived in different dimensions my whole life, man. And even still now I'm doing that. I still feel like I don't exactly walk in the same space that everybody else does, you know. I'm an outside source, a freak of nature. It's crazy when you meet me in company. I'm a good person, but people still are like, you know, if you don't know me and you look at me from a distance, you still get this weird, mysterious, like, who's this guy? I give off that energy. So, psychedelically, though, man, I don't even need to do stuff like that, though. You know, I've just opened my mind so much to crazy stuff like that. Last time I did something, I was on a Nick. They call it a Nick up here, is 2 ace of shrooms. And I did that, and I ate a sub right beforehand, like a Philly cheesesteak sub, and it just, like, turned wrong on me, man. I vowed after that never to do it again. I was convulsing on the floor, tripping out. My buddies playing Unreal Tournament in front of me, just blowing people away, going nuts. Like I felt like I was in a war zone, kind of like fear and loathing. Like when he's looking at the TV and all the bombs are going off, you know, I was like, holy shit. So I just had to, you know, take a step back, man. I got kids now and everything, so I don't really mess with none of that stuff no more, you know. It's on to the responsibilities and getting my life together straight and all that now.
Yeah, and if people don't know, you, AJ Jordan, have raised over $2,000 for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which that is like
not me.
It is ridiculous.
Not me in particularly. I can't take all the credit for it. Like I said, I got a zombie, like a crew behind me, literally between like 50 to 150 people, whatever event they show up at. Most of the time it's 15 to 20, but even still, when we walk in the door all dressed in zombie garb, and you know, I've had people try to take pot shots at me for that, for wearing like costumes and like I'm a rapper with a gimmick or something like that, but it's really for charity, and we go out and we've made that money, and more so than that, we've donated a shitload of food to the food bank of Western New York, and, you know, it helped out a lot of homeless people, because winters are really rough up here in Western New York. I live over by Niagara Falls, Canada, and it's like 15 minutes from Buffalo, and it's pretty cold up here, you know.
Oh, believe me, I know. I'm from Michigan.
How are you guys doing with the weather there, man?
Chicago. Yeah, down in Chicago.
All those tornadoes, man, that shit makes me feel so bad. All those people out there. I used to live in Dallas, Texas, in a little town called Irving out there for like 5.5 years, so I can only imagine what all those families are going through, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like when I was waiting to go see the doctor for the strep throat, I saw the fucking tornado. I'm like, holy shit!
Really?
Is this a scene from fucking Twister?
Have you seen it on the news, or you guys actually got like bad weather out there in Michigan, or?
No, we ain't got that bad weather right now.
Yeah.
Like I've seen tornadoes
go down from Michigan.
Right. Yeah. So that's all like in the south, you know, mid.
Yeah, it's all south from me.
I don't even know particularly, but my heart goes out to that, man. You know, I'm not like this crazy, you know, spit wicked shit horrorcore, like murder, rape, death, kill artist. You know, I'm kind of a quote unquote real dude. You know, I speak on some realistic stuff and more like conscious rap. You know, I hold true to my roots. You know, I like to have fun with it, but you know, music it's so powerful, man. Why waste it? You know.
Yeah. like I'm all the way around with music. Like I grew up with old parents. I listened to Johnny Cash and Elvis, and I grew up with Eminem, ICP, stuff like that. And
ZZ Top, The Doors, Led Zeppelin. I could go on and on with like all that. And old wax vinyls too. Me and my buddy just would dig through crates of all sorts of old stuff, like Miles Davis and you name it, man, Duke Ellington, and just crazy like jazz samples. That's when I actually like started off, you know, because I wasn't really a rapper per se. When I started, I was in a lot of different like punk rock bands. This one called War, and another just like, you know, some fun garage bands, and it just evolved into where like I couldn't really depend on anybody else to do anything. That's why I'm really so self-taught. I do my own graphics, my own website, my own promotion, advertising, street teaming, marketing, booking my own shows, everything. You know, I do everything by myself because I could never depend on anybody, and that's why most of my bands fell apart back in the days when I was a teenager or whatever. I was in the psych ward until I was 18, so after that I kind of had as much fun as I could, and I'm still kind of catching up. I mean, you know, 15 years later, it seems. Yeah, I've been in the music biz for like 15 years, and not really too many people know about me. I'm like one of those shadows in the underground that, you know, it's kind of like a myth. You heard about this dude's music? No, let me check it out. You know, it's only for a select few.
Yeah, like, you performed at the Gathering of the Juggalos. People should know your name. You are one talented motherfucker. You deserve.
It's kind of weird. You know, they put me on the last day. Like, everyone was leaving, and they put me on during the daytime, and it was, like, hot as hell. We survived the gathering and some deathries and a couple, you know, ordeals and things like that. It was, you know, so after that,
I got a question for you about that.
Yeah. The first time I performed at the gathering was like 3 in the morning, right before King Gordy, and it was so awesome, man. I came there with like a huge couple garbage bags full of glow sticks and like cartons of cigarettes and T-shirts and CDs and stickers and everything. I just throwing them out, giving them out, because people were like, oh, they're gonna throw shit at you, you know. I don't have any juggalo tattoos. I never really actually went out and called myself a juggalo. I'm an independent artist. I've always been an individual, a different, you know, stand-up guy. So they're like, oh, they're going to hate on you. They're going to throw shit at you. I said, fuck it. I'll bring shit there that's positive to throw back, you know. And people loved it, man. They were all about it. You could watch the video. They're chucking glow sticks at me and everything. And I'm catching them, throwing them back. I threw like the whole bag out eventually, and it hit like some girl in the face. And I screamed. I was like, "Oh, it's my bad. I'm so sorry." And she picked up the bag and she was like, "No, don't worry about it." And she just started chucking them out to everybody. And, you know, that's when it's cool, positive time like that. You know, last year I had to preach because I'm like one of those old school ninjas. So I'm like, why are you guys all on some fucking? I don't know, dude. This whole new generation it's such a gap between us, you know. I don't even want to get into that conversation.
Yeah,
no,
that
that's all
conversation.
good.
Yeah, we all had that conversation. Does not go really well.
Yeah, you know, it's just music is music for me, man. I don't know. I've loved the culture. I've always been down with it, but people take shit a little too far, you know.
People take shit way too seriously nowadays.
Yeah, it's like a religion.
Overall,
people
not
shit,
even,
you know? Like,
not even the juggalo shit. Like with everything, dude. Everybody takes everything super serious.
Yeah, true.
You can't even make a joke on Facebook about juggalos anymore without the juggalos getting mad. Come on, I'm a juggalo, and I think
on Facebook,
I
you're
laugh
not
my
getting
ass off.
arrested or some shit, you know. Any kind of threat or anything like that nowadays is perceived in the public eye. You're gone, you know. It's crazy. They just locked up a rapper a couple weeks ago, and he was, you know, saying he spit something in a YouTube video about the Boston bombings, and then next thing you know, he's in jail because the kids at his high school squealed on him and said something about how he was threatening and you know, it's crazy to even see that. So now they got a petition to try to get him out and all that, and you know, your civil liberties and the First Amendment and freedom of speech, and It's crazy, man. I'm definitely a big advocate for all of that too, and an activist, and I follow everything politically, and I vote and do all that, man. Back in the day, I might not have gave a shit because I was too busy partying, but you know, you guys are talking to kind of an OG, old school. Fucking, I'm like 30 years old now. Fucking, I'm starting to kind of slow down, man. But I don't want to. You know, they say people don't make it till you're like in your fucking late 20s, mid 30s, early 40s. Look at Tech Nine. He didn't, you know, he sold his first million when he turned like 40, basically. So now he's there on top. You know, I give much credit.
He's sitting on top.
Yeah, I definitely.
He's sitting on top, all right.
So. I work for the Strange Music Street Team, and I promote for them and shit, man. I like listening to Ritz and, you know, all those artists, dude. I've known Prozac for years, even before I was making music, and, you know, so I rep for all those people too. You know, I'm not just a tunnel vision person. I don't just listen to one record label or anything. Man, big ups to Esham and all those people too. I grew up listening to all that wicked shit, dude. Bedlam and fucking all of that shit from Saginaw and Detroit. And I couldn't even go off Half-Breed, a Gang of Serial Killers, you know what I'm saying? All those people, man.
Like, you could tell we listen to Esham because our radio station is called Real Talk Radio. And it has a big devil in the moon right there.
Yeah, you know, I definitely associated that at first, so I had to say something about it, you know? Yeah. And then there's that dude named Daniel Jordan. I ain't really heard much of his music, but I think it'd be cool if we linked up on a song together or something sometime, you know? I don't know.
Yeah. That would be interesting. Daniel Jordan's probably like...
Say that.
Yeah, Daniel Jordan's a great artist.
AJ, did you hear Vance Flytrap album?
No, not yet. Is that Esham's new CD?
Yeah, that's his newest shit. Then that shit,
I haven't heard.
He uses
like,
beats that he didn't produce.
You know, I listen to old school Esham. There's that, what was that one when he came out with the Clown CD at the Gathering, you know? That was the last one I heard from him.
Yeah, that was the diss to all Detroit rap.
Yeah.
Basically.
But I actually bought
a
couple of his albums back in the day, you know, like, what is it, Redemption, or what's the name of that CD? The green one?
Redemption, yeah.
Yeah, that was a great CD, man.
Repentance.
You know, kind of outside the box, you know. It was definitely had a real Detroit sound to it, man. I like that sound. I'd love to go out there. I've been out there, you know. I've been down 8 Mile. I did a show with Lavelle, and ABK was there, and a couple other people. This girl named Asteria. I don't know if you guys know all them. Like, Critical Bill was there with the whole Diamond Cuts record label they're trying to do, or they might still be doing it. I don't even know, but I was like way back in the day. I've only been out there once, but it was pretty fun.
Yeah. It's like
just
for me.
To do out here in Buffalo, except like doing drugs or going out to a bar. There's a bar on every corner. You go drinking every night, and that ain't for me, you know.
Yeah. So how was it like working with, like, being on the same stage as Bam Margera? Like,
oh, that was great.
Like,
Bam's a good dude, man. He really is. You know, people are like, oh, he, you know, he's rude to his fans or whatever, but he's not, man. He's cool people. We came there with a 30-pack of PBR and a bottle of wine, and you know, it just chilled. I had met him a couple of years beforehand at this thing he was putting on in Hamburg called the Haunted Hotel or something like that. So it was cool to meet him and everything. The first time there was a bunch of people around him, and there's always like mad security and everything, but I'm in good with a couple people that run his security every time he comes out here. They go and pick him up at the airport and everything. So, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, like, Bam Margera for me, like, it goes back to my childhood, like, watching Jackass. Like, Bam was, like, always my favorite. He was, like, the skater guy and shit. And for him to make music was, like, when I first heard Fuckface Unstoppable, I was like, okay. First, I took it serious, then I was like, wait, this is Bam Margera we're talking about. He's fucking around.
Yeah, it's just a joke, you know. some of the songs are actually pretty good. I like punk rock music too. You know, I listen to the Ramones and Operation Ivy and all sorts of other bands. I listen to all sorts of music, to be honest. So.
Yeah, it's. I love punk rock. I listen to like Leftover Crack and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's a Buffalo classic, man. They're not even around anymore. I think they might have changed their names or something like that. I seen them out here with Bouncing Souls. That was pretty good show.
Yeah.
I don't even think they're around anymore. Leftover Crack was a sick band. I'm surprised you know now. That's nuts.
Yeah, and one other thing I want to touch on is you just won Buffalo's Best Hip Hop Act twice now.
Yeah. Twice, yeah. Two years in a row. You know.
Yeah. That's
it wasn't
huge.
selected by the newspaper too. I'd like to say that for the people listening. It was by the voters. It was by people like you guys. I don't know if any of you guys voted, but you know, actually, it feels nice to have a solid actual fan base. You know, however small it is. It's, you know, spoken measures for me in the last 2-3 years. You know.
Remember, everyone starts off with a small fan base. Look at ICP. They started off with such a small fan base. Everyone was like, "No, you guys are not going to laugh." Yeah, right. Come on. Now
every fan that I have like 2 haters. You know, I have like double the amount of haters, and I'm catching a lot of flack for it, for all like real hip hop hippies out here, and the dudes that, you know, think I don't know anything about sampling vinyl records, or you know what old school hip hop really means, and graffiti and breakdancing. You know, that's a culture I was all witness to. You know, I grew up listening to all that stuff too. So Rakim and KRS-One and all that. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm an all around dude. I like to study and learn. I can't learn enough. You know.
Yeah, you can never learn too much.
Yeah. Back in the day, opening my mind to like psychedelics and stuff, I know you guys would talk about that, was, you know, that was my way of learning. I learned all that I could from that, and now I'm on to like different tips. You know, I'm back to reading books and stuff like when I was a teenager. When I was in high school, I was a lone wolf, you know, and just collected information and just, you know, saturated myself with as much as I could, and that's what I taught myself, everything pretty much that I know, you know.
Yeah,
I went to college and all that, but that shit really won't do nothing for you but put you in debt, you know.
Yeah, that's like where I go to school. I just got out of high school, and it's ridiculous. Like, my high school actually forces us to apply to college. If we don't apply to 7 colleges, we don't graduate.
Wow, that's crazy.
So we are forced into college, literally.
Yeah,
and
we
it's
didn't
ridiculous.
have exams or nothing like that when I was in school. It was just so easy to graduate and go on to the next step, you know. But
yeah,
it's
ridiculous now.
Living in New York State's even nuts, even more nuts, because we got all this healthcare reform and, you know, all that's going on right now, unemployment and taxes and property. They're trying to raise property tax and trying to cut, like, all the extracurricular activities from school around here because they want to raise all the rich people's property tax. So, I'm like, what's going on? All the kids got to basically, you know, sacrifice what they get to learn because these rich people don't want to pay extra to live in their nice houses. You know, it doesn't make sense to me, man.
Yeah.
I started from the bottom, and I'm still kind of at the bottom, and who knows whenever I'm going to be successful, man. I pray for the day, you know?
Yeah, like in your song, Sun Don't Shine on My... I'm 10 years of making music, and I'm looking for the freaking exit.
yeah, definitely. You know, I'm not going to, like, everyone talks about selling out, but, you know, I need money for my family and to survive and, you know, be happy for the future and help out friends that have got me this far. I'm not trying to be a scumbag and egotistical about it, man. I pray for the day, you know? Yeah,
Yeah,
I see so many people, even in the underground nowadays, man, playing at the gathering and doing all that, where I've been backstage and all that. So many artists have screw-faced me, not even taking the time to shake my hand or get to know me or anything like that. They're just all for self, you know, which I don't blame them. It's taking them that far to get that far, but I've never been that way. At least I hope not. If I have, to anyone, I'm sorry, but, you know, come Howard.
Yeah, like, I have met, like, Cottonmouth Kings, like, there's some, like everyone's like they're the nicest guy in the world. I didn't get that view. Like, everyone's like, oh, they're the greatest guys. They're better than Insane Clown Posse when you meet them. I'm like, but here's the difference. When you meet Insane Clown Posse, you're paying like $200 to meet them. Of course they're going to be nice.
Yeah, for 5 seconds.
They're not going to tell you, go fuck yourself.
That's insane. No, I met Cottonmouth Kings back in the day, and rest in peace to Pakalika. That was the realest dude out of the group for me, you know. Dirtball, he was real cool people, but, you know, you could tell he had a grimy side or whatever, and I'm not even talk down on any artist, but, you know. Some of those people just, you know, lose their ways and shit, man. It's really where it's at, you know. They just get sucked into the money. And it's crazy.
It's crazy. Like, I remember growing up listening to ICP. They were all about the fans. And but now I get the feeling like they're like, oh, we're gonna release a new album, but we want you to pay like $30. Okay, so okay, $30. It's okay. Yeah, you can come to the gathering, but we're gonna make you pay more money. It's like all about money.
Desktop from the gathering, and somebody stole it out of our car. So
yeah, we got all of our food stolen, AJ.
What's that?
AJ, the people that I went, we got all our food stolen the first day. And then we got the album, and then after listening to the album, after that week of the gathering, I listened to it probably 4 or 5 more weeks, and then I'm like, this is complete shit compared to the first album, you know? Like, Carlos Carnage sounds way better than this shit. And so what I did is I returned it to FYE for $5.
Production value. You know, it was some quality production, I thought, man. You know, there were some good songs to it, but only a few. I don't like those CDs where you got to skip tracks and everything. That's why I kind of try to make my CDs. Don't need to listen all the way through. There's other CDs like that too, like Stevie Stone. I don't know if you guys are onto him at all. He's got some sick music out there. His last CD, Some Strange Music, it's still
how I got into ICP, like, if you listen to one ICP album, it catches you, and it focuses around your life. The recent ones focus around a group of people, it seems. It seems like they're targeting a group of people versus an individual with their music. It doesn't seem like they're talking to an individual. It seems like they're talking to a group of people, and that's why I can't relate, you know?
It's like that status quo and the popularity now, you know. It was never a popular thing back in the day. It was something that you kept to yourself, and, you know, it was like your own little guilty pleasure to go and listen to the Riddle Box in your room as a teenager, and what the hell are you listening to? And, you know, keep it a secret from everyone, you know. But nowadays it's like everyone jumps on the bandwagon.
It's like, I saw a shirt on, it was like, I think it was a meme, I didn't think it was serious, but it said, I'm a juggalo, not a family kid. Like, when I saw that, I'm like, that's a great shirt. They should actually make that. Like, because everybody just gets into ICP now because they're like, oh, I want to have a bunch of friends. It's family, it's family, it's family, it's family. It's like, no, when I got into ICP, it was just about having good taste. It was just it's ridiculous now, like how people don't even know the history of ICP. Like, you could ask some kids, like, oh, so you've been down for 3 years, so do you remember, what was their first rap name? They're going to be like, Insane Clown Posse. No, first it was JJ Boys, then it was Inner City Posse, then Valentine had the dream, and now that's ICP now, that we know today. Like, people don't do the research anymore. Like, the thing is that pisses me off more than anything is that you see these kids who are juggalos now screaming, the wicked shit will never die, right?
they're screaming all that, and they don't even know where that originated from. I'll go up to them and be like, oh, so you're and I'll go up to them and be like, nah, this motherfucker, and I'll, like, raise my hand and give them a handshake, right? They'll look at me like,
what about the grave diggers and flatliners and you know, all of that, though?
Yeah, like
right.
Esham.
Well, it's kind of a pop
Esham, Mastermind.
For Death Can, but
like, AJ, we had Mastermind on the phone on our show, and he said that you see all these kids screaming, wicked shit will never die. You know, you see all these kids screaming, wicked shit will never die, but they don't know that he was the first one to say it, but was a T, not a D, you know?
But you guys listen to Cap One from Simpkin Heights? You know
I honestly don't.
About Cap One? No.
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 How about Menacide? You guys listen to him out there?
No.
Menacide? No Menacide? Yeah, you guys gotta check out Menacide. He's pretty dope out there. I don't know. The underground hustling and all that. You guys know about underground hustling, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those like compilation discs with hundreds of different other underground artists. I've been on a couple of them.
Yeah, I actually have the one that got hosted by Kung Fu Vampire, and and yeah, and when I first heard it, and it's a great way. I love these tapes because it's like, who the fuck was that? And you look up the name, and you found a new favorite artist. It's like when I first found you, it was like I was like looking at new music, and I guess one of my friends liked your video, and I'm like, who the hell is AJ Jordan? And it was Welcome to the Show, and I was listening to it. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Yeah,
that's a song that I'm trying to. I don't know. I can't even walk into a gas station around my city or town nowadays without people saying "Welcome to the party" when I come in there, and I'm like, you know, I actually have like signed autographs in Walmart and shit like that. Literally, no lie. You know, I'm there like shopping at like 11 at night or 2 in the morning, and people come up to me. I'm totally not even in character, and oh, you're that AJ Jordan dude that performed at the Gathering, didn't you? I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, can you sign it?
Yeah.
And it's not even. It's like, you know,
we're about to get cut off there in like a minute. So, do you have any shout outs that you want to give out before we go off there?
Shout outs? Nah, not really. Like, I think I've pretty much like covered it.
Yeah, if you guys would like to pick up
out there, I'll shout him out, Niagara Falls. Nah, I don't really have many shout outs. Arlo, and the Buffalo Zombies, and then you guys, man, for holding it down and, you know, having me out. Yeah.
And if you guys would like to pick up AJ's new CD or any of his CDs, you guys can check out ajjordan.net. You guys can check him out and pick up a CD. It's only $5, people, so reach into your wallet, grab that $5, and get yourself a good CD.
Yeah, I just re-released my whole discography, so there's actually 5 CDs, and they're all $5 each. You can go to ajjordan.net to get that, or buffalohiphop.com, and check it out there. You know, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and all that good shit.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Check out AJ Jordan. It's worth $5, and just listen to good music.
Yeah, for sure. I'll send you guys some stickers in the mail, too, for putting me on the